Giving you a little sage. Despite the title, this video is not gender specific. So the contents in this video are for everyone, but I do feel that with men, this is probably more important because generally it is harder for men to approach a spiritual journey than it is for women. Because as a man with more masculine energy, your brain operates more on a logic basis rather than a creative, harmonious, feminine basis, which has its pros and cons. So let's talk about the title. Where should you start on your spiritual journey? How do you really get started? There's no specific path you should be taking when it comes to your spiritual journey, because for starters, it's your spiritual journey. It's no one else's. It's yours. It's unique to you. There's no right or wrong way to go about your spiritual journey, because regardless, a destination is always going to be the same. Although there's no set path to go on when it comes to getting started with spirituality, I do personally believe there's a few ground rules that would be very helpful to follow. One of those being that spirituality is there to elevate you to a higher level of peace within yourself. And that is very important, what I just said, within yourself. Spirituality is all about you. It's all about reflecting your energy back to you. It's about becoming more aware of yourself, and that includes becoming more aware of the shadow aspects of you as well. The good and what we also may perceive as the bad, becoming aware of it all and really stepping into a state of power where you become very familiar with yourself. This is one of the great things about starting with spirituality, is you don't need to spend any money. And trust me, it'd benefit me to say, oh, listen, you should be buying crystals, you should be going to my website. It'd benefit my wallet to tell you that. But truthfully, no, you don't need to spend a penny. You really don't. If you're starting a fitness journey, for example, you likely do need to spend a bit of money. You need to get a gym membership. You need to buy gym clothes. Starting a spiritual journey is very different. You can be anyone in any place in life right now, and you can just begin. You can begin right this second. There's nothing outside of you that is needed, because it's all already in here anyway, and what we're aiming for is already within us. One of the most helpful things that I've learned on my spiritual journey so far is that everything that I am searching for outside of myself is a reflection of the lack of what I experience within myself. For example, there may be something in this life that really makes you happy. Could be money. But acquiring that money is temporary, because it exists outside of us. Everything outside of us is temporary. Everything within us is eternal. So to seek happiness outside of oneself, you're really only going to find pleasure. And pleasure's nice. Pleasure's brilliant, do you know what I mean? We all like a bit of pleasure. Real consistent happiness, however, is a state of mind. It cannot be found. It already exists within, and it's just something you can tap into. And here's another thing for any of you who are thinking about getting started on a spiritual journey. You've already started it, because you are thinking about starting a spiritual journey. You're thinking about reflecting energy back to yourself. You're thinking about paying attention to things that do not necessarily exist within our 3D reality. You're already giving thought, and you're already giving your energy to ideas that go beyond what we can see and experience in the 3D. Therefore, you've already started your spiritual journey, so congratulations. Now, for those of you who clicked this video expecting a little bit more substance, you wanted more of a roadmap in a sense, I will leave you on this note. You cannot go wrong with meditation. Start off with guided meditations on YouTube and you're laughing. The goal with meditating is not necessarily to silence the mind. That is very difficult, and I struggle with it, and it's what puts a lot of people off meditating, because they try it once and the brain just goes, oh, and they're like, hold on a minute, I can't do this. But it's not actually about that. It's about observing your mind, observing your thoughts. You are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. Therefore, when you're meditating, it allows you to actually observe these thoughts that are coming into your head. And when you allow yourself to accept that you are not those thoughts, but rather you are the consciousness that is observing those thoughts, you can very quickly get to the root of a lot of it. Like if you have a lot of like negative thinking, for example, meditation, trust me, you'll get to the root of it pretty quick. Because when you get into a state of just observing thoughts coming into your head, there's not many layers to go through when you actually find out, hold on a minute, where is that thought? Oh, that's where that thought's coming from. So like I say, meditation you can't go wrong with. And if you do eventually get to that place where you can really quieten your mind, it's beautiful. But the more you try and do that, the more resistance you add, the more difficult it will become. Meditate, let go, and just observe. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you are someone who is already well and truly into the spiritual stuff, then this one probably wasn't massively for you, but hopefully anyone who's just sort of dipping the toes in, maybe even just thinking about, oh, what's all this about? Hopefully this has been fairly helpful for you. I do have a spirituality shop. You can find that by going to the divineshell.co.uk. There's not a ton of products on there yet, but I am looking to expand it. Feel free to have a look. There's free delivery on everything right now, and anything you order on there, you'll get to your house 2 days later. I love you. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.